Wonderful. Welcome everybody to the Fusion Presents Artist Development Workshop. Today I'm going to teach you how to play a 4/4 rhythm on guitar. A rhythm that I like to call the Jimn jack. It is a typical rock and roll rhythm that can accompany a drum beat that goes something like. So let's begin. The Jimn jack rhythm. Here's a Fender Classical. Let's pick a C major chord. The Jimn jack rhythm sounds like the name, Jimn jack. Jimn jackin', Jimn jackin', Jimn jackin', Jimn jackin'. Now you can play it as slow as you want. Or you can play it as fast as you want. So how do you do the Jimn jack rhythm? Well, as I said earlier, it is a 4/4 rhythm, which means that there are 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jimn, jack, kin. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way you play it is the first beat is with your thumb, and you go down on the first 3 strings of the guitar. The second beat is with your index finger, and you go up with the last 3 strings of the guitar. The third beat is a palm smack, muting the guitar. And then the fourth is a repetition of the second. With the index, that's an in, which goes up. So let's try that again. Down, up, smack, up. Down, up, smack, up. Down, up, smack, up. Now it's going to take a lot of people, most of my students have an easy time doing the first 3. And then, in the beginning, they have a hard time remembering to come up. So just remember this. When you're down and your palm is muting all the strings, on your way up, once you're moving your hand off of the guitar, flick your finger inwards. You should do that all the time anyway, but especially when you're coming up from the mute. And then once you're up here, you just go down again. And that is how you play the Jimn jack rhythm. Just to help everybody out, I've written it out. Let's see whether we can see it. All right, so as we said, it is a 4/4 rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first rhythm you do with your thumb, and it's a downstroke on the first 3 strings of the guitar, the 1, 2, 3, which is the E, the A, and the D. Now, depending, of course, on whichever chord you're playing, you want to play the tonic of that chord. For example, if you're playing an E major, the tonic, the root of your E major, is an E. So you play the first string. If it's a C major, like I was playing, the root is a C, and the C can be found on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. In the case of the C major, the chord that I was playing, you can actually get away with playing the first 2, maybe even the first 3 strings. So anyway, as a general rule, let's just say the thumb goes down on the first 3 strings of the guitar. The second beat is an up, and that's with your index finger, and you play the last 3 strings, 4, 5, and 6, the G, the B, and the E string. The third beat is a smack you do with your palm. You're muting the strings, and that is all of the strings, so Jimn jack. The fourth one is just like the 2, and that's an upstroke with your finger on the 4, 5, 6. Okay? Try it out. Okay, as an example of the Jimn jack rhythm, I'll play a part of Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits. I'll play it in A minor instead of D minor, what the original is played in. So, A minor.